Welcome to Vicky Fung's channel. Here you will find tips and advice on interview and job search, hiring and recruitment, management, leadership and many others. Let's start.
Interview tips. Winning tips to build rapport with your interviewer. Building rapport with your interviewers increases your chance of getting the job. It makes your interviewers feel connected, comfortable, heard, and respected. This facilitates you to create a positive, long-lasting impression on your hiring managers. I believe you're familiar with the common means, say smile, maintain eye contact, shake hands, greeting, mirror body language, lean forward, be relaxed, be polite, stand up when your interviewer comes, active listening, etc. I trust you will also know the importance of doing research on your company and your interviewers too. Definitely, you also understand it will be better to avoid controversial topics, such as politics, religions, or very personal issues. In this video, I would like to talk about 8 other methods to maximize the rapport between you and your interviewers. First, follow the lead of your interviewers. If the interviewers prefer concise, to-the-point answers, do not try to fit additional conversations into the interview. If they seem to prefer a more relaxed, formal tone but are not engaged in a small talk, don't try to be funny or over the top. If it seems more relaxed or conversational, while you take a more formal way, this may give them the impression that you are cold or a little bit rude. Therefore, observe your interviewers carefully and make sure you're in line with them. Second, ask open-ended questions. The best interview is just like conversations with real back and forth between yourself and the interviewers. To facilitate this, one of the best ways is to ask open-ended questions to the interviewers throughout the interview, naturally to keep the conversations flowing. When you demonstrate your curiosity, interest, and attention to what they said, you encourage them to share thoughts and opinions. You will ask about their career background and to show you are interested in learning from them. However, do not leave all the questions till the end, or you will sound like an interrogation. Third, show your active listening. So you are interested and listening attentively, but sometimes summarizing or paraphrasing something your interviewers has said and repeat it back to them in question form. However, let them finish their speaking first and never interrupt your interviewers. Ask intelligent questions as you talk to them, but do not leave all the questions to the end of the interviews until they asked. Remember, these needs should be prepared in advance. Please contact me if you want to learn more about what questions you should ask your interviewers. Fourth, use names. Use the interviewer's names to create a personal connection. Imagine the difference in the answer. Well, there was one time when I worked Well, Derek, there was one time when I worked at. Repeat their names occasionally during the conversations to reinforce the connection and demonstrate your interest in building a relationship with them. Fifth, use I, not we. The interview aims at selling you, and the interviewers are interested in what you did and your achievements. They don't care what your team achieved. Therefore, for every example, do use I rather than we. Say, I achieved, I managed, I overcame, etc. 6. Find common ground. We tend to be attracted to people who we consider similar to ourselves. When the rapport is good, similarities are emphasized and differences are minimized. To make use of this bias, try to identify common backgrounds, interests, experiences, topics, or hobbies of the interviewers based on your research and observations during the interview. Talk about these shared items, and this will create a more relaxed, enjoyable atmosphere. 7. Utilize storytelling. Stories are memorable and make emotional connections. When your interviewers ask you to share your experiences and past examples, you may use models in story form. Use the STAR model, that is, situation, task, action, and result format, or AIDA, that is, attention, interest, desire, and action format. This will make your presentation more organized and will draw your interviewers' attention. 8. End with a positive note and a thank you. At the end of the interview, always express your appreciations for the time and considerations of your interviewers. Restate your interest in the job and compliment them on something they said or did during the interview. Most importantly, conclude in 3 statements why you should get the job offer. It shows that you are respectful, polite, and engaged throughout the conversations. This positive ending note will leave a lasting impression on your interviewers. When you're invited for an interview, it means the interviewers already think you can properly do the job. The main questions in your mind during the interview is, do you want this person in our team? Having a good rapport with your interviewers helps you to give a positive, lasting impression and increases your successful chance of getting a job offer. Equally important, if you're an interviewer, to ensure your best candidates accept your job offer, it will be much preferable to build a rapport with them during the interview. If you're interested in learning more, feel free to visit my courses on Udemy, and I have courses on these areas. Lastly, if you like this video, please press like and subscribe to my channel for other sharing. You may also take a look at my Udemy courses. I'll give you great discounts. Please check the comments below. I look forward to seeing you in other videos. Thank you. Bye.